Hello. I don't have an intro. Uh, Hello. I am trying out streaming. I am back on now. If you already might have seen it, I don't know if you have or not, but I'm back on now. Or if you want to make it sound cute, betcha now. I honestly don't care. You can call it either way. Uh, I am just trying stream again, just trying it just by doing my dailies, because I have some dailies that I need to do and some resin, and apparently there's a new event and I still haven't gotten to the latest archon quest. So maybe spoilers for the event if you care about event stories. Yeah, I'm just gonna start first doing my dailies. Ah, shoot, I almost fell. No, where's that one? Where's that? There it is. Yeah, I need to. Shoot. I need to explore so much more of the desert. I haven't found time. Like, I barely have enough time to even try to do other stuff, some drawing or gaming other stuff. But I still can find time to do dailies, I guess. Not games where I actually bought the game. Anyway, just trying to complete some of these. Just set them all to sumeru because I wish some of these were the easier ones though, or that they didn't make me have to go to the desert. Check something. Okay. And that is one daily down. Oh, hey, it's near. That's cool. I can just teleport there. Wait. Un momento, por favor. It's there. Yeah, I see the treasure chests. Hello. Oh, there's one of those new monsters.
Happy to oblige. Illusion shattered.
Yeah, I'm playing English dub.
Gotcha.
No.
Hey. There is no escape.
You are not Stabilize.
I see everything. Quietly now.
Wait. I'm thinking that wait, I need to adjust a little bit of something. There. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's done. And then okay, it's the what is this one? The one where I just hit the shrooms? Shroomy boys? Oh yeah, it's just that. Okay, that's easy enough. The life hack is if you have Zhongli. And if you have him at C1, you can just leave him to do that. See, because I got the second Zhongdong. Oh, that didn't hit. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I mean, it's just gonna hit the rest anyway. Man, why did it actually have to pop up there again? That's fine. It's fine. Okay. Took longer than probably should have. And then one last daily. This guy. I'm skipping all the dialogue because I read this. I've read these a bunch of times and they're not even voiced. So not much of a point for me. Oops. It's just down there. Sorry, I'm also playing another gacha game this side. Playing Grand Blue Fantasy on my phone. Words, whatever this guy's saying. Is that good enough? Yeah, okay. Man, I wish some of these didn't make me have to go so far or around more places, because I just want to finish some of them. Some of them have way too much dialogue. Okay, that is fast. Yeah. Okay, Catherine, just need to get me resins.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Yes.
Add Astra.
Claim this. I'm just I haven't actually made them do any sumeru expeditions because I don't feel like I really need too much. I mostly just make sure I get the meats and the mining stuff so that I haven't done some of the weeklies. I forgot that it actually reset. I'm playing on the Asian server just in case. You know, so it like resets at. I actually don't know what time it resets. I don't stay up that late. I only know when some of my other gachas reset. No, it's not this. Wasn't what I was supposed to do. Or was it? Was it this guy? This guy. I always leave some stuff here. From the previous week, as long as hopefully as I hopefully as hopefully as long as I remember to do these and actually to pick them up, then I'll have some for next week. There. I usually make sure to finish the battle pass whenever I can. I'm actually trying right now to ascend Kaching. Because why not? I already have her at Constellation 2.
Samantha's wine
Oh, you were saying the thing.
tastes the same.
Wait, no, see what I wanted him to say. I wanted to listen to him say the thing, but I wanted to move. Oh well. I'm gonna try to get some of the core lapis. God, it's been so it's been so long since I went to collect these things. Like I remember collecting these for both mining and the weekly BP requirements made you get some of the regional specialties, and these all counted. Okay.
Solidify.
See how this. Okay. And is that all in this area? Like, I can wait a while in all honesty. I'm not in a rush. It's not like Kitching's gonna go anywhere. I just remember that there's one more here, which is just enough, perfectly enough. Click. Get queen. Huh. Okay, got that. What was I gonna do? Right. This one. Change party. No, I kind of wish that you could just use the arrow keys to move these, but for some reason they don't. They don't let you. It's like some weird lack of quality of life. Uh-huh.
Stabilize.
Born of
Alright, that's what this cube's name was. Alan.
Take it easy. Busted.
Is that enough? Yes, it was.
Solidify.
No touching.
And then... easy. It is. I barely go here anymore. I kind of wish that a lot of the bosses just actually applied for everyone, because I don't like having to fight new bosses for some of them. It feels like a waste of bosses that you're not gonna fight them anymore. Although some are better off not being fought, so oh, is that for the event? Okay, well, I might as well go to that right now. Oh, it is. Okay, good. It's a teleport. Ah, the Oceanid. I remember when I actually had trouble with that. When I actually stumbled upon like a world boss and didn't know it was a world boss, and I didn't know how to fight it. There's nothing I can do here. Might as well go up. I don't want to read these. I don't care about these characters too much. I mean, why? He's just from Fontaine. He's just French, fantasy French. It's not like he's fantasy Russian, where they're actually sus here. I don't remember who he's talking about. I'm playing. Legal act. I just want them to be done with talking. Like, if it was a character quest or a main story quest, I'd listen. uh, Oh, that sounds like an actual story thing. Maybe in the future, when we actually get to Fontaine. Hmm. Vibro crystals. I honestly have. I don't remember if this was a thing before or not. Uh. Taking so long. Set your parties in set your characters in two parties for a challenge for a start. I may or may not have done something like this after all. I just don't remember this event, or I vaguely remember it. Direct its radiation upon one transceiver because of each transceiver. I'll uh-huh.
We're way
Okay.
behind schedule.
I'll figure this out. I don't need to read. I'm not trying to fully maximize the score anyway. First half. Okay, so some Hydro and one Freezy Boy. Second half, one Freezy Boy. And all of these guys. Triggers a vaporize reaction. I'll do it with the first one. Oh. Imagine needing a trial Huto. Okay, no, I'm just gonna do this. Actually, wait. Because I want to do this kind of party, but I also want like Yelan and Xingqiu. You know what? I'm gonna just try this and let's see how it goes. When your character fire damage increased, transmission will be triggered. Okay, vaporize. God, it is familiar. I just don't remember. Like, I think when I did this, I just did whatever. Advantage normal. Character uses an elemental skill. Sure, I'll do that for this one. I honestly Well, this one's not gonna be doing any vaporize reaction anyway. Attack is increased. Your charge attack. Alright, yeah, I'll do this. I will do this and see how it goes. And hopefully it's just I can just wing it.
This is long overdue. Next time.
Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
Alright, these guys are new to that, but not to worry, the others aren't.
Born of ice and frost.
Gotcha.
Solidified.
Okay, this just takes a while.
Higher, higher, dance like fire. Blaze over.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now.
That's easy enough, I think.
No touching.
Actually, although I didn't notice how much what the score should be in the end.
Game's up. Fun's over. Gotcha.
Dog's over.
Where are these guys? Oh, it's the ducks. But, why wasn't it working?
Solidified.
This is long overdue. Huh? Go.
Here comes the catch. Take it easy.
Huh? Time to go.
Stabilize.
Born of ice and frost.
Okay.
Inazuma
Oh,
shines
no,
eternal.
no, 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 no! I made it stupid!
Special.
Ah,
The Temple of Wisdom.
no. Oh well.
To memory.
Witness the power of Gua.
I was supposed to do it later.
There is
Ah,
no
I did stupid. Ah, it's fine, at least. I can just stack more.
Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
Grow. Now
And then do this.
shine down.
Mm-hmm.
The Temple of
Mm-hmm.
Witness the power of Gua. Know my sword.
Special. Illusion shattered. Inazuma
Then
shines eternal.
spam all their specials as much as I can.
Shine down.
This.
Rain cutter. Huh?
Just need to not get frozen by this guy. And then this. Special.
Illusion shattered.
Where are those guys? Here we go.
Witness the power of Gua. Rain outlines your fate.
Mm-hmm.
The Temple of Wisdom. Hey. Special.
And then just use my special again.
Shine down.
Burst rather.
Make yourselves at home.
Let me weave you a verse.
These aren't the freezy boys so far.
Committed to mem- I'm so sorry. Can't handle your drink. Huh, I'm a rock.
I have 10 seconds. Oh my god, I have 10 seconds.
This way turn a little.
Is that enough? Okay, that's good enough. As long as I get gold. I'm not going for max. We need to go for max. As long as I get this. Hey, okay. So now that I have that, I'm not gonna do any wishes. I'm saving up on the wishes.
We're way behind schedule.
What is I gonna do? Right, I need to go back to the electro cube. And then I'm gonna just alternate between doing that and the story quest. Wait. Mm-hmm.
Solidify!
No touching. Phew.
Ah, okay, wasn't enough.
Gather!
Born of
Probably
ice
should
and
have waited a
frost.
bit for the. Oh, whatever. Okay, that's good enough.
Access denied.
And then one more. And done. Question mark? Uh-huh. Okay, that means I just how many is that? That's at least 2 more of these that I need to do. I need better artifacts on her. This one's good-ish. So is this one. My issue are the other stuff like the sands. The goblet's good enough. And like the sands and the headpiece. It's always a pain. Oh wait, did I already? Give me a sec. I need to check. Need to get some of that. Nope, not today. So, wait. I'm gonna get back to doing the Archon quest. This is like the epilogue for the main Sumeru Archon quest, and now then it's going to the interlude where we're gonna see our boy Dineslev. Yeah, I think that's Dineslev. It's been a while.
Alright, I guess I'll go with my textual criticism and your editorial direction for the first draft. I have a feeling that the missing
Should put
Kabuki
this in
Mono
auto.
will end up being the main focus of this paper. If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
Mao.
Oh, you're the traveler, you say?
Hey, what's with that face? Don't believe us?
No, of course I believe you. Actually, I first heard about your great exploits when I was
Guy
still in
sees
Inazuma.
you, and
This is my first time coming face
he
to
already
face with you
recognized
and your
you. Oh.
mysterious silver-haired companion. I couldn't believe my luck, and out of force of habit, I started, examining the evidence. Sorry.
Oh, so what? For the love of... Sorry, we don't get out much, so our social skills are kinda lacking. Traveler, I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
Actually, we don't know much about that place either. In fact, we only came over here because we heard you talking about it and wanted to learn more.
Man, I hope that to
I
do this,
see.
you didn't have to actually do that. There's no quest.
My teacher chose this area of research as a personal
That would have been a pain for
challenge.
anyone.
He said it's difficult to get into because even Inazumans don't know much about Tatarasuna's past.
Wait,
But who'd have
What
thought that...
was the...
If you don't mind, I'd love to show you all my outline for the book I'm writing
Yeah,
about
it's that furnace
Tatarasuna.
place.
Hold on, Sawada. Don't you think that's a bit of a deep dive for a first read?
Well, fair point. In that case, please ease yourselves in gently by taking a look at Akaba's latest essay draft.
Let me give you some background. This all started with the discovery of some records in Tatarasuna. The writings mentioned someone by the name of Mikoshi Nagamasa, who crafted a fine blade. But in the end, he threw it into a fire to destroy it, and killed his servant Katsuragi. Why? Well, no one knows. Apart from the swordmaker, his servant, and the one who wrote this all down, the records also mention a kabuki mono. This seems to be an Inazuman word for an eccentric stranger, someone who dresses funny or acts in an unusual way.
That's right. Akaba's teacher has spent quite some time researching these events on the ground. This kabuki mono lived in Tatarasuna for a while before disappearing without a trace. And shortly afterwards, as Akaba mentioned, things got pretty ugly.
So first this strange person goes missing, then a murder happens?
Murder.
Seems kind of
Judas,
fishy to
no.
Paimon.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. So I helped out too. I asked everyone I could think of if they knew anything about what happened back then. And wow, did I get lucky!
Stop shouting!
This part's important. I just wanted to make it stand out. It just so happens that a friend of mine works at the government records office. He looked into it for me, and I can now confirm that all the aforementioned individuals did, in fact, live in Inazuma over 400 years ago. Even back then, Tatarasuna was already at the center of Inazuma's smelting industry. The man in charge was a government official named Niwa. Curiously enough, it seems like he went missing too.
Wait,
Niwa,
so there are
it
two missing people in this story?
sounded familiar from this.
That's right! What's more, Niwa is a name with a lot of history to it. Have you ever heard of the great swordsmith clans of Inazuma?
Oh, the swordsmiths? Yeah, like Ishin art and so on?
Wow, yes. You really know your stuff. That makes things
Oh,
easy.
that's why
So
this made you
basically,
do
this
the...
Niwa was a distant
Okay,
relative
to do
of the
this, I had to
Kaidahara
do...
clan,
Before I
the
was able to
past
do this, I had to do
practitioners of Ishin art.
Kaza's
Something then
quest.
seems to have
Okay, that
happened in the
explains
Kaidahara
it.
clan, leading to their downfall. I don't know the details, but
No wonder I
taking
couldn't
like
skip it.
everything else going on around
Kind
that
of a pain.
time, it makes
Oh well.
you wonder whether it's all connected somehow.
The Kaidahara clan?
Sawada, you left out the biggest detail of all.
Oh, yes,
There's
of
more?
course. How could I forget? Brace your minds, ladies and gents, for they are about to be blown. Or maybe you won't believe your ears. I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
According to information acquired by Akaba's teacher, the kabuki mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Oh, is this implying Scaramouche?
Aha!
Oh yeah, I
Judging
haven't
by
done
the
this
looks on
quest,
your
this
faces,
story quest yet.
You do know something after all.
I need to do it.
No. Paimon just meant, how creepy.
I hope this doesn't
The way
make me
you
have to do it
described
too.
makes it sound like a ghost story.
I agree. It does. But considering that non-human races in Inazuma are by no means uncommon, spooky events are to be expected. And that's exactly what my book is about.
Oh, I
Please
think that's
take a
audible.
look.
It's just cracking knuckles. Author Sawada extract. A man arrived in Tatarasuna around 3 in the afternoon. From afar, he spied the laborers walking along mountain roads toward the factories, their shoes scuffing along the jutting stones. They walked like people convinced that so long as they reached the fire raging in the mountain's belly, they might extract from it gems beyond price. The mood that the sight inspired was ineffable, beyond mere description for those not present to witness it. The man barked a cheerful greeting and sprinted to join the procession. There, a towering character who stood half a head taller greeted him with a heavy slap on the back, and yet his words were filled with respect. Do my eyes deceive me, Sir Miyazaki? I cannot think that the return trip here from Inazuma City could have been easy on you. Miyazaki smiled like a young man taking the first steps on their journey, expression relaxed. Why Katsuragi? Inazuma is the realm of the almighty shogun. I sailed upon the fastest ship, strode upon the swiftest sea routes. What dangers could I have possibly faced? And what about the good news? There was some. Naturally. The two burst into uproarious laughter, roughhousing with the other workers until the path's end. A young man dressed in a linen shirt and wearing a headscarf gazed into the dancing flames of the furnace before him. Now the flames of a forge are unlike any other, for their intensity affects the resulting integrity of both metal and blade. So too then was the Flame Watcher an unusual individual. Oh my god, it is so long! This includes the Neo thing. Okay, fine, I'll go through. At his fingertips sat a lizard. On his face, he wore a smile. The workshop was huge and the furnace was deeper within. A reasonable person might think that there would have been many working alongside the Watcher, yet he stood alone. Only when Katsuragi and Miyazaki strode into the room did the Watcher turn. This Watcher was Niwa, armory officer and administrator of Tatarasuna. Born to the Niwa clan, which served as one of the three pillars of the Ishin art, Niwa never argued with his siblings and was a worthy successor by all accounts. The post he received as a result of his high standing with those in power served as a testament unto itself. Miyazaki handed a well-bundled text to Niwa as he adjusted his expression and said, "It is just as you have said, sir. The elders of your clan in the city do not think highly of our plan. Yet I still believe it to be a worthy try. As such, I have found the proper vendors and procured the materials that you requested." Niwa studied the text and nodded. "We should try some of these new forging techniques. Whether Kaedehara says yay or nay. Katsuragi frowned, and with a sigh he said, "Forging is a precise and difficult undertaking. You know this better than most, sirs, and still you seek improvement each day with terrifying drive. Ah, should my lord Nagamasa hear this, the sourness in his face shall be hard to miss." Why is it so long? Niwa smiled, replying, "How goes the forging of your lord's great blades?" Katsuragi neither wanted to shame his master nor lie to his two friends, and yet he could not think of any way to deflect, and so aroused. "I see your ears are as keen as your hands, Sir Niwa. The jokes of us unlearned men are as nothing before you." Miyazaki hid his grin. Upon hearing this, Niwa released the lizard from his hand into Katsuragi's palm. But just as more words were to be exchanged, someone came walking nearby. Their footsteps light with the celerity of youth. The head it peeked in was round, and in the light of the fires looked like an oil jewel. The young man placed some boxed food at the side, and nodding, he prepared to leave. Katsuragi called out after him, "What about your share? Aren't you going to eat it?" The young man, upon hearing those words, found himself slightly at a loss. After a while, he answered, "Very well, I'll try it." "You're welcome to try the food. We'll all eat the same fare after all," Niwa said, and the man nodded and left seemingly in thought. Why is it so long? This is absurdly long for a thing that they just drop on you. Was by the coast. Sunset fell there, confident in the darkness. Bands of twilight showed themselves not far in the place. The thunder clouds for a while. The rumbling of the omens of a coming rainstorm. Darkness filled the flesh of the sea, and the dusk bade clouds to kneel upon the land at supplication, mirroring the kabuki mono, with knees bent and face towards the waters. None passed that way, and none knew what he was waiting for in silence. Time passed, measured, and counted till a black cloud suddenly tore free from the sky and began to circle the Kabukimono, bearing down on him like a nightmare. Though he was not aware at first, after a sudden gaze was refined by the time he understood this cloud had marked him from the very start. Outbound, a fishing boat drew near, the lights of its bow flickering in and out beneath falling sheets of rain, and mist unspooled across the sea, stealing light from the fishermen. Repeatedly he exclaimed, "But it is dark. But it is dusk. How are my eyes darkened? Is there anyone that can deliver my boat upon safe tides?" Like a falling spear, the black cloud reached the bottom of the boat and was joined in its breathness of direction. Like a charging beast, they plunged into the shoreline. Scant steps away, the Kabukimono stood idle, slanting his head to study the grand wreck. Not but half an arm was left of the one who cried out for help, and with a plop it landed at the Kabukimono's feet. He crouched to better study the object, straining against the urge to take a bite out of it. Yet he did not, for the dark clouds, swift whirling around already, picked the remnants of the ship's clean. The Kabukimono stared at it blankly, like an awakening dreamer. When he had returned to himself, the clouds had scattered as if they had never been there at all. As for the ships, he could have been struck down by a storm. Who was to know? Not the Kabukimono. Why is this so long? Why? Okay. Katsuragi rushed the doorway and shouted, "My lord, things will go ill to the furnace. I have to search for Sir Niwa, but there's no trace of him. Much time has passed since Sir Mizaki left to CK, but is yet to send many must have looked me. Koshin Nagamasa turns to his face grave as on whether his funeral spoke words heavily laid, and I wish not to say such words to Katsuragi, but Sir Miyazaki may never return. Katsuragi appeared near past Nagamasa's board, stiff shoulders broad beyond the windows. Clouds boiled in waves of black, as if darkness now was the only weather. Night may morph into an abysmal beast and devour Tatarasuna whole. Over 10 people had already perished. That's why Katsuragi recoiled as if struck. Yes, it is coming back to him now in dribs and drafts. That's why they had set out to seek aid. Miyazaki had been the first to set sail. The clouds had only just begun to form them. Traveling from Tatarasuna to Inazuma to ask for support was normally no great feat, and yet there had been no sign of his return. Then the second ship was sent, followed by third and fourth, till the Kabukimono himself had departed upon the tides under foul skies and ominous fortunes. It had been Katsuragi who had brought him back, treated him as his own, yet it paid him greatly to see the lad go. Yet the situation at Tatarasuna was severe. Even should they sacrifice more lives, it would have been worth it to gain assistance from Inazuma City. Niwa was gone, and none could find him. Afterwards, Nagamasa led a search party in the mountains in the area around the furnace, all to no avail. Folks began to wonder if Niwa might have encountered an accident. But worry soon turned to suspicion, and they wondered if he had fled, unwilling to bear the sin of having caused all these incidents. People grew ever more suspicious. Nagamasa himself strained against his discontent and fury. His face had grown to resemble the rumbling clouds above. Suddenly, a figure flashed by. Their presence did not go unnoticed by Nagamasa. He drew his blade and cut, though he only nicked the silken veil. The intruder wore. For a moment, they swayed, and then, like a marionette pulled by strings, they moved behind Nagamasa, laughing darkly. "Are you seeking someone, my lord? Niwa, perhaps?" Nagamasa bellowed in fury. "You dare address Sir Niwa directly?" Yet the figure parted like mist before his falling blade, only to rematerialize beyond reach, but not beyond sight. A ghastly apparition indeed. "Was it you, Slume people?" Nagamasa howled, and charge held back only by Katsuragi's desperate grip. As his senses returned to him, he realized he was but an inch away from falling into the furnace. It seems that the rest of the work remains unfinished. Okay.
Oh, and please
Jeez,
read
that
my
was
essay
long.
draft as well.
No! Why? Okay, I'm just gonna read this in silence and try to speed read. There's one name is eccentric, what patron is beach. I know it's so long. It's just like massive lore dumping. Jesus Christ. I can't read this all. affable. Hmm.
Sawada
My
was
God, it's so
encouraging
long.
me to follow his more creative approach, but I think essays should be grounded in facts. I don't think explaining everything away with mysterious forces will cut it. Oh, how about if I plug the holes in Sawada's narrative with political intrigue? Like, I could put a turf war between rival factions at the center of the whole series of events.
Wait, you're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Akaba, look. Your teacher has researched this extensively.
But
I've
I
reached out to
read all
everyone
the
I could think of. Whatever information we have now is all that there is to know. This is as much detail as you're ever going to get. Besides, if there really was a political power struggle going on at anything like the level you seem to be suggesting, what hope would we ever have of finding out the truth?
Good point. Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. Give me some time. I need to find a new angle on this.
We have some other stuff to do, so we'll have to say goodbye.
All right, thank you. If
Jesus, that hurt my head. Why was it so long? So much lore dumping.
Hey, so that thing they were talking about, it has. Okay, then even if we did know something about it, we probably couldn't share it with them, huh? After all, we kicked his butt and got him locked up. Information about people like that is usually super confidential, isn't it? If you ask Paimon, Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in... Ah! Hey, did you see that? He literally just went by, over there. It looked like... the balladeer! No, it can't have been. He got locked up. Oh, quick, let's catch up and see.
Yeah, this is an Archon Quest Act 3. Wait. Yeah, this is Archon Quest. Okay, I just needed to make sure this is Archon Quest. Because I still haven't done... I still need to do carry break. I didn't know this there's Archon Quest. Was it there before? I didn't know if this Archon Quest was there. I didn't know this Archon Quest was there before. Oh wait, no, that's the Archon Quest where I actually get to name him, I think. Where I get the name Scaramouche. Okay, that's what I've been skipping out the entire time. Okay. I've been wondering what this has to do with Dainsleff, but... well, I guess that explains it. So this is the one where I get to name him, I think.
We're way behind schedule. Help.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the station where you're so stuck?
I know you must have a lot of questions. Please,
Let
allow
me
me
do
to
the
explain.
fandango.
It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start.
I just had to
Could
crap
I
my
ask
back.
you all to please calm down?
But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us.
As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the balladeer.
Well, I
I
for one
always
have
thought
no
that
reason to
the
doubt you.
Scaramouche thing was just gonna be
Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
a character quest. I didn't know it was an
Yes,
Archon quest,
one in which
so I definitely need to complete
valuable
it.
information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position. Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore?
I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the Fatui, and also between each of the Harbingers. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be. Well, if the Fatui are gonna reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself.
As we discussed, I don't like causing harm to living beings, and you said you need protection. So, why not join forces with us?
I think these two have made their objection to that idea fairly clear, don't you? And they're your friends, so I guess you'll be siding with them.
Yeah, obviously. Nahida, don't listen to him.
Then let's put that discussion to the side for now. We still have time. Today can be a trial run. Where we go from here will depend on how well we manage to cooperate today.
I actually
Alright,
have
then I'll do what we
Scaramouche.
agreed.
It's kind of built enough.
Good. Go now, and keep
I
in
just don't
touch.
really use him much.
Nahida,
I just wanted him for the movement, but I don't yet use him that much either.
Yes. I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit. Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today. So, you have an update on that?
Mm-hmm. You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important
Oh,
point.
this is about the Descender.
It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly.
Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him. He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him.
I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this
He does
deal
the
with
best.
the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it. It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than
Honestly,
earned
after like all the Archon quests, probably still like my favorite of the
worried about
Archons.
this idea.
Then probably
Is there
Venti or
anything we can do to help?
Zhongli. It's hard to tell.
I was going to contact you about that, but then you suddenly showed up on your own accord. Seems like we have a telepathic connection. In fact, I was going to ask you to supervise the Balladeer on my behalf while he carries out the task I assigned. Even though he only has a fraction of his full power left, that's still a fraction of a former Harbinger. If you could accompany him, it would put my mind at ease. Of course, I'll be there to help guide you through Irminsul from the outside. Great.
Got it.
Thank you. Prepare yourselves. I'm going to transport you into Irminsul.
Oh, we're gonna go back in there. Hey, it's been a while.
Wow, it looks pretty different here compared to last time.
Ah, it's so
The
pretty.
colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Scaramouche.
Look at that.
Scaramouche,
Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
Shut your beak, jailbird. No way a prisoner gets to be so smug.
I understand that prisoners have to put up with harassment from the guards. But right now, I'm on temporary release. So maybe you should think about backing off a little.
Sounds like a successful rendezvous. I need to be quite clear about something. In a few moments, you'll be entering into the innermost region of Irminsul. It is an environment like no other, and the most important place in all of Sumeru. Unlike anywhere else,
I'm gonna need to
Irminsul's
set
inner
time to
region
do
consists
the
exclusively
Caribert
of torrents
quest.
of information. You must put aside your differences and be extremely careful as you navigate your way through. I know there are many grievances between you, on both sides, but it is essential that you remain calm after entry. This is as much for your own safety as anything else.
Fine, let's call it truce. But only until this mission's over.
Let's cut each other a little slack, shall we? We are gonna be traveling together after all. Per my agreement with Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'll be at the front. It's my job to lead the way and get rid of any obstacles in our path. All you have to do is keep your pretty eyes open and try not to fall behind.
You sure are confident. Paimon will give you that. You make it sound like you're even more experienced at adventuring than us.
If there are no further objections, I suggest we get going. Or did you need some time to mentally prepare yourselves?
Ew! Ugh, the snark on this guy. It's unbearable.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Is this a small sapling?
Wow.
Darn it! Come on, let's catch up with him.
I want to be able to do more stuff. Oh, okay. Well, cutscene? Huh, that is, different loading. Ooh.
This is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh.
It looks like a variant of that place where all the anime openings are filmed.
Feels like a sacred place.
I think it's where all the anime
Irminsul
endings.
is
No,
closely
wait, no,
intertwined with
this is
the
Attack on
entirety of
Titan.
Teyvat. Every bit of
This is
information
Attack
flowing
on
here
Titan.
means something. Pick your jaws up off the floor. It's time to go.
Oh, we're
Isn't
seeing the
that Paimon just
paths.
wants to do the opposite of everything he says?
Lesser Lord
Now we just need to
Kusanali,
find the mirror.
we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
Can you still sense where the heart of Irminsul is?
Yes. Permission to begin searching for information there?
Permission granted. Go ahead.
Let's go. Stay close. Don't go running off.
Hey, so say we did go running off in here. What would happen? What are you smirking
If you run
at?
off, you're just gonna be
I
turned
was
into a
just imagining
titan.
the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
Oh, I really can't. I can only just walk.
These sapling things have spread out.
Those are all packets of information from inside Irminsul. Be careful not to touch them.
Oh, I have to not touch them? Okay, what happens if I touch them? Oh no, he can touch them.
It looks the same in every direction.
So if I get there first...
No wonder he mentioned about getting lost. Huh. What do you know? He was actually telling the truth. Is he mocking me again? What is it this time?
It's
There's a
always
time and a
it's
place to
actually
lie,
amusing whenever
but this
characters
definitely
actually just
isn't it.
go up against
So
Paimon
why
like
don't
that.
you relax your guard a little?
Actually makes Paimon a lot more endearing. The writing a lot more recently has been doing well and making
We're
me
here.
like Paimon a lot more.
Huge tree.
Especially in Sumeru, honestly, this Sumeru arc made me actually appreciate
Lesser Lord
Paimon.
Kusanali,
Good, you made it. Are you ready?
ready when you are.
Then please begin. Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint.
He's reaching into the
The
path.
Baladier's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
Ymir.
The rest is up to you. If you discover anything at all, make sure to share it with us.
Will do.
Huh. For once, we're the ones with nothing to do.
Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk? Yes, I've also invited Paimon to join.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads?
Guessing you don't want us to deserve the
That's
Balladeer.
part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while.
Paimon's never tried this before. This is great! So, Paimon's been wanting to ask you something. Don't you think the Balladier's a bit of a walking contradiction? He's always talking back, but he seems to listen to what you say.
As I've told you before, there's still some mysteries for him to resolve. Things that are clear as day to me, but that he has yet to understand. Perhaps today will be the day that he finds some answers.
The past
Well
yes,
done.
Inazuma.
Smart and attentive as always.
This one? Oh, there. Moving around the Hypatia.
So,
Alright, that
you
part.
made contact with that part of his mind. Well, it's true. Betrayal turned the Balladeer into the person he is today.
Huh. Paimon thought nothing could get under that guy's skin. Turns out, he can get hurt and angry just like anyone else.
Everyone has a history, Paimon. Even if you're a puppet created by the Electro Archon.
Speaking of puppets, we ran into two people at the Academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. Nahida, do you know anything about that?
If you mean the mysterious events, the Kabuki Mono and so on, yes. I know about all of that.
Really? Because from what
Knows.
they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with
And
their
their gaps and
imagination.
imagination
At least that's
take
what
up so much time. Why is it so? Why was it so long?
Oh, how interesting. Those two managed to deduce quite a lot through guesswork alone.
So the Gesse got it right?
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatara Suna was sabotaged.
Must be a riveting conversation you three are having. Funny how all the good ones happen when I'm not involved.
What makes you think we're talking to each other?
Don't insult me. You're having a private conversation without me. Obviously, I must be the topic of said
I probably shouldn't do
conversation.
that, in case DMC or whatever.
Of course you do. You can't have your prisoner knowing too much.
So, have you found anything yet?
Still looking. Don't get your hopes up, though. You and your twin come from outside this world. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nothing on either of you in Irminsul at all.
Wait, how did you know about that? Did Nahida tell you?
It's not like we've never met before. And anyway, you're world famous. It'd be
Wow,
more
we're
surprising
famous.
if I didn't know a few things about you. Right now, we have to keep the peace. I'm not interested
don't
in
know-
creating more
I-
misery for myself.
I wish your character
And making
actually
cordial
just
conversation
stopped.
is something I can manage. Huh?
I still don't get
Wait.
why. Because they have voice actors and they actually get them to
It's
speak
light.
for
Looks
the
similar to those
big
saplings.
streams.
What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Hey, don't you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Ah, they're using a VPN.
Just
While
wait.
using
Mr.
NordVPN. Not
Miwa,
sponsored.
are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Hmm.
Whoa!
See, these things wouldn't happen if people, if they
I have been in
if,
Tatara Suna for some time.
Okay, I
now.
lost what I was
You
gonna
have shown
say.
me great hospitality.
Forgot what I was gonna
as
say.
has Mikoshi Nagamasa, and indeed everyone else. Under
Ah,
your
first person.
leadership, Tatara Suna is a warm, welcoming place, like a giant village. People are gainfully employed. Their lives have purpose.
Wow,
They are
that's so different from that other
As
Suna
I
I've seen.
understand, the Raiden Shogun has, in recent years, eliminated much of the evil that plagued Inazuma. As for Tatara Suna, it was originally established as a means of safely disposing crystal marrow.
Ah, that explains why
Forging
it's
industry
there.
with crystal marrow as a raw material has since flourished, giving rise to generations of swordsmiths. Some world-renowned, others unknown. All passing on their legacy, skills, blood, dreams. Every smith brought into this trade looks to find their purpose between steel and blade. That is why you accepted the proposal brought to you by myself and Akame.
Wait, who's this
Yes,
guy?
well, were it not for you coming to Inazuma and happening to make Akame's acquaintance, the two of you never would have joined forces. And he would be the first to admit that there's no way he could have revolutionized our forging process like this on his own. At least not on the same timescale. You allowed Akame to take all the credit for a method that you jointly developed. He sold it to me, and now every piece of ore here is smelted using the new technique. Even now, you remain one of Tatara Suna's key consultants, working right here alongside us. I believe it is you, sir, who are truly responsible for the changes in our manufacturing and
this-
forging methods.
I thought Neo
You
was
flatter
this
me.
the one talking earlier,
From the outset, I saw much that was
and
commendable in
they
the
just didn't
forging industry
give him
of
a
Inazuma.
mouth. They didn't
And it
animate
has
his
been
mouth, but
my
this makes sense
great
now.
honor to befriend you all.
Escher.
So you say, Escher. But is this really the truth?
My good sir, what do you mean?
I tried to resist thinking it was all connected. Because I didn't want to speculate. And I didn't want to believe that things could turn out this
Oh,
way.
is the Escher guy
What
sus?
have we gained from adopting your new technology? Ominous black smoke? Mounting production problems? Worker fatigue and casualties are up and continuing to rise at an alarming rate. And
Or
recently,
it's just water.
as you well know,
You know, stay hydrated.
someone died because of that strange filth inside the furnace.
Yes, the price of
We've
capitalism.
kept the truth from spreading outside, but still, I suspect you understand it better than I do. None of the people who went out to get help have come back. Now, our mutual friend, the Kabuki Mono, is taking the Golden Feather to Narukami Island to seek an audience with Shogun. This is our last hope, but that doesn't faze you, does it, Escher? Nothing does.
Oh, Escher is
Otherwise, why
sus.
would you still be standing there with that smile on your face?
I'm just surprised that you finally chose to be so sincere. I'm sure you've been harboring these suspicions for quite some time.
Mikoshi Nagamasa may have
Mogus.
noticed that there was one common denominator among all these events. Namely you, Escher. But Mr. Mikoshi is more cautious than I. He does things by the book.
After all, Nagamasa is the adopted son of Mikoshi Torichio, the yokai struck down by the Shogun's own hand. If he truly seeks to redeem his family's honor, an abundance of caution
It's
is
kind
well
of
advised.
lore dumping, but whatever. I guess we're not gonna see that guy anyway.
You're well informed on the subtleties of his situation for a mechanic all the way from Fontaine. Are you sure you're not a little overqualified?
Why, Mr. Niwa, are you suggesting I find a job as a diplomat? Sadly, I am so very attached to my craft.
Enough, Escher. I'm here because an evil force is raging inside the furnace. And someone needs to take your new device inside the high-risk zone so we can absorb it and put an end to the problem. I'm in charge here. And I'm about to take some responsibility and head inside. Probably to my death. But what about you? What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Drop the act! We're past that now. Whoever you are, it looks like your plan to destroy Tatarasuna has worked. I just want to know what you're still doing here. What's left? Don't
No,
you have
we're
all your
gonna die,
answers by now?
Niwa.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment. A moment like this, where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
He was the imposter. Amogus
You're
jokes.
a little smarter
I'm very
than I initially
funny.
gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well, at least for the first few days. But to my surprise, you had your people look into my background right from the start. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. Eventually, they managed to confirm that Escher was an alias, and that I was not from Fontaine at all. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatarasuna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Oh wait, is
You
this
kill me.
is this
There's
the
no one who
doctor?
can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told
it is a
him
doctor, I
yourself.
think.
You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this. They'll be found out. But this makes no sense. What are you really trying to accomplish by all this? Why go to all this trouble?
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue
I'm
which
a
I
funny
have
guy,
in
yeah?
abundance. This is all part of a carefully controlled experiment.
Ah,
If
so
you
it is
must
a doctor.
know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui Harbinger. Call me the Doctor.
Was this his real face or is this his
Fatui?
disguised face?
Who? What do you want?
Now
Just
that's a
to
question.
create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
That's it. That's why you gave us your cursed technology. Just to let loose the evil energy from the crystal marrow?
Look how even the righteous soul is filled with venom when faced with its demise. My device functions precisely as you say. It is the only chance you have of preventing a catastrophe and keeping the truth from the outside world. However, I did not make it with you in mind. It is easier for a person to be possessed by evil spirits when they are filled with hate. So give in to your fury. I want to see what happens when a malevolent heart is placed into an unsuspecting puppet. Make no mistake, even without you, that pure, innocent puppet would only end up being used by someone else instead. What other reason would a human have for befriending one who is not of our kind?
If you give him my heart, tell him that both Nagamasa and I see him as...
Why are you giving this kind of request? The guy literally just tried to kill you.
To prove to anyone. Because not everyone just wants to use other people. The only ones who think like that are people like you.
What a beautiful way to see the world. It almost makes me feel a little guilty. Then out of respect for you, I shall redefine myself. Think of me as a monster or a demon, if you wish. At least this way your death is not a consequence of your own folly turning you into an easy target. You simply lost to something more powerful than you could ever hope to defeat.
Wait, so does it mean the author's actual name is Escher? No, it's straight. It's a fake name.
Will your puppet friend become a human? No, that will prove
How long ago this is supposed to be? 400 years ago?
Already dead. What a pity.
Yeah, you killed him, dude. Oh, okay, that's
Jester,
your
I've
face.
completed the task you gave me, creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not,
oh, okay, that
let's turn him to
explains.
dust.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore? Dottore! Good. Good.
Was that the doctor? Did he turn into a mechanic from Fontaine? But why did we see things from his perspective?
When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
So it wasn't betrayed,
Give him some space. He looks really mad. Paimon doesn't want to be anywhere near him right now.
We need to give him some time to process his emotions.
Paimon's still confused about the Tatarasuna incident. So, the doctor was behind it, but why has that gotten him so worked up?
Nobody has ever deceived you like that, Paimon. It's natural that you find it difficult to understand. Perhaps he needed to learn this someday. So now you have the complete picture. Katsuragi took the Kabukimono to live with the people of Tatarasuna. Later, the doctor showed up, disguised as the mechanic from Fontaine. And that's when the trouble began. It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor. Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's
Man,
experiment,
he's really just bad
the
guy.
balladeer became the main test subject. After the events you just saw in that memory, the doctor put Niwa's heart into the device and handed it to the balladeer. Then, he instructed him to enter the furnace and absorb all the filth caused by the smelting process. The load was far beyond what he expected, but the balladeer survived. He left the furnace in sheer exhaustion and said to the mechanic, "This device seems to have protected me. What's in it?" The mechanic answered, "Niwa fled this place for fear of punishment, but he left you a gift. He said it's the one thing that you've been looking for." He took it straight from the chest of one of his innocent servants. The mechanic removed the withered heart from the device as he spoke. The balladeer was stunned that such unthinkable cruelty had brought him the thing he'd been longing for his entire life. A heart acquired through cold-blooded murder is a cursed thing, but it had protected him from the filth. He thought Niwa had completely betrayed him, and yet this very betrayal had ensured his survival. Overwhelmed with anger and sorrow, the balladeer threw the heart to the ground and left Tatarasuna without looking back.
Holy moly. So the doctor killed an innocent man and pinned everything on the victim? That's terrible.
Yeah, bad guy.
Yes. Only if he understands this can he choose a new path forward.
Oh.
Dottori,
Oh, yeah,
you brazen
achievement.
face. Niwa didn't run from justice. You killed him.
Wait, so what am I supposed to do here? Oh, okay. Just walk around like that.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Are you worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend. It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat.
Ah, so we truly were
Does that mean
isekai.
we have to leave empty-handed?
Don't thank me just yet. You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world. Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The jester told me this himself. You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
Oh.
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Huh? What have you done?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me. Give me your hand.
It's not a question. That's not a question. I'm just saying.
Can you hear my voice inside your head?
Okay, that's his question. That's it.
No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you. So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
I seriously wish we were voiced.
Done.
Huh? What the? What happened?
Like, we
Paimon
really
only said
like
you
the
were
traveler should be
hands for a
voiced.
second.
Like, come on, that
Nothing.
would be nicer to have a
I was
voice.
just thanking her for helping me. So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Where are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again. From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him somehow.
Wait, I just need to switch mouse. 'Cause I have another mouse that I want to use.
Oh no, he's really gone.
Oh, can you hear me?
Nahida!
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power.
He used a
It was the
VPN.
Balladier's fault. He shut you out.
No
I
man
don't think he'd
here.
be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had?
Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Sorry, Nahida.
Don't be. It's not your fault.
Ah man, I'm just getting the Attack on Titan vibes from this
Even
place.
though I'm not sure I can solve it. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
Lose it all, lose it all, lose it all. Did I get DMCA for that?
We're out. And we're at, an inn or something?
This is an emergency. I'll have to ask you to stay here for now. Everything's arranged, and nobody will disturb you. I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
An emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay?
Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
Her voice has gone. Paimon can't shake the feeling that something really big has happened. What do you think the Balladeer meant? And why did he suddenly grab onto you before? He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible. Right. You can't just rewrite history. All that stuff happened already in real life. It's like, imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drink. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel
Gotta
scared
get
about
back,
what he might do.
back to the future. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna say anymore.
Confused. Huh?
Not really.
Unless...
Unless...
overheating from trying to understand what he's up to. And Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too? There's nothing we can do about it at this point. Hey, have you got any ideas on what we should do next? Seems
Maybe
like
just
now
sort of
there's nothing
sit
left
back.
for us to do but to go to sleep. But Paimon's still so worried. Paimon won't be able to sleep a wink tonight.
Ah, yes, sleeping Sumeru. It's just some endless 8 flashbacks.
We list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things. Heck, if that doesn't work, Paimon's probably gonna collapse of anxiety here. Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish. Oh, and
Let's
drained
get this.
chili chicken. Oh, also Adeptus Temptation.
Okay, I don't need to hear all that. Like, I try to appreciate the English voice acting, but I'll ignore some of that.
What if Paimon was, talking? Huh. Is that a food too? What's wrong? Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said? So, the Balladeer. Is that someone's name? 'Cause it sounds like a nickname or something. Okay, sure. Where are we going?
Yeah. I'm just getting like some really zero flashbacks in all honesty.
Okay.
Okay, then rush all the way to Inazuma. Teleport there.
We're way behind schedule.
Huh. We made it to Amanoma Smithy.
Ah,
Why are we here again?
it's been a while. Of course. Go ahead. Oh. Now there's a question I wasn't expecting. Very well. I'll tell you what I know once more. The once renowned Raiden Gokuden, comprised of 5 branches. Amenoma, Futsu, Ishin, Hyakume, and Senju. The art of forging practiced by these 5 clans was first taught to them personally by the almighty Shogun. Over time, the 5 branches diverged from one another as generations of bladesmiths honed and perfected their craft until they became 5 distinct traditions. Most of the great swordsmith clans of old have since fallen into decline, and for a long time, only the Amenoma branch kept its art alive. But fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to
That's
Inazuma
why.
and took up the
That's why
mantle
we
of
need
the
this.
Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5.
Pick up the map.
If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh, yeah, we were. We learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like...
That, my friends, is a tragic tale indeed. In fact, this was not made known to me for most of my life. All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause. Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is
The
no
old man
harm in
didn't know
telling
about
you,
it?
but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale. The Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage. by a vengeful bladesmith.
Vengeful? Why?
400 years ago, so I'm told, there was a catastrophic malfunction in Tatarasuna's furnace. One brave swordsmith heard the commotion and chose not to flee, but he rushed to the scene, hoping to prevent a disaster. Tatarasuna was home to a state-of-the-art forging and smelting operation in that day, and overseeing it was the armory officer. His surname was Niwa, though he had family ties to the Kaedehara clan. Knowing that they had just one chance to save countless lives, Mr. Niwa and the swordsmith leaped together into the furnace. The furnace quickly stabilized, but neither of them made it out. The smith's death, though heroic, dealt a devastating blow to his family's fortunes. His orphaned son was left to fend for himself, and grew up deeply resentful at the world. In his heart, the whole of Inazuma was culpable in his tragedy. He hated the almighty shogun for her apparent indifference towards his father's death, and he hated everyone who had done nothing to try and save him. Powerless and destitute, the only legacy he had to pass on to his children was his hatred. Generation after generation bore this grudge, living in utter misery. Alas, if only the story could have ended there. But 100 years ago, the then head of this family reached the end of his wits. He could bear their fate no longer, and yet he could do nothing to change it. Finally, he made a drastic decision to take revenge on the Raiden Gokuden. In doing so, he sought to vent his pent-up anger and shake the very foundations of Inazuma's forging industry. In his fury, he murdered indiscriminately, killing even bladesmiths from the Hyakume clan, which he belonged to. His goal was absolute.
This is different from what I remember, I think. It's been a while. I did the quest like a while ago, but I kind of forgot.
Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while.
Okay, so there were differences.
My pleasure.
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right? Your expression says it all. You can't hide anything from Paimon. On to the next stop. Lead the way, traveler. Paimon.
Okay, I will BRB for a second, for a smidge. BRB a bit. Wait, let me change this. Then mute it. Okay, I am back. Now, and time to get back to this. Where is this guy? Oh, this guy.
We're
This guy.
here. This is the Yashiro Commission's headquarters, so...
Traveler, it's been a while. If you're looking for the Commissioner and Miss Kamisato, I'm afraid your timing is unfortunate. They're not here right now.
Are they out on business?
The Commissioner is out on business, and Miss
Well,
Kamisato
he actually
is
was
standing
out
in
on
for some
business.
meetings in the Commissioner's place. If it's urgent, you're welcome to wait inside until they get back.
What do you think? Shall we go in?
Yeah,
If
let's
it
go
were
in.
anyone else, I couldn't allow it. But
We'll be heading in
Okay.
then.
Okay, it's just taking up some time.
Hello, dears. Is there something you wanted? Of course, traveler.
This is taking a bit of time.
What would you like to know? Oh, they're both very well indeed. Lately, Miss Kamisato has been rather busy attending all kinds
I don't really
of
want to rush because I
meetings
do want to
and
appreciate voice acting,
occasionally
like
paying
English voice
visits to
acting.
some local
They need to get
organizations on the
you know,
commissioner's
like
behalf.
people sometimes are just like
As for the
English stuffs, but
commissioner
I've learned to
himself,
appreciate them,
well, you know, busy as ever. That
especially
much hasn't
considering Genshin
changed.
has
Although he
Zhang Li,
does seem to be in a rather good mood these days.
and you know, they have Keith Silverstein, Stein,
Very much so.
Daddy Zhang Li.
Well, got any more questions?
You're very... Miss Kamisato
No, whoops.
talks about you all the time. She seems so thrilled to
I
have
want
you
to just
as
get
I
through this
must
already.
say. Many things in Inazuma seem to have taken a turn for the better since you arrived here. So you're not just Miss Kamisato's knight in shining armor, you know. You're a hero to us all.
Alright, goodbye for now.
Hey, I'm a hero.
Great! Goodbye, ma'am! Don't worry,
All right then. Take care now.
Okay, so
Are you two leaving already?
Yep, everything's taken care of now. Don't worry.
Very well. Safe travels. Goodbye.
no. Damn it. I hate these. I need to actually deal with Savior. Where is that? Where's that stupid quest? Outlander Brigade. This one. I hate getting cocked by these. Like, it really sucks how I'm lazy to do quests. I'm just very lazy to do quests. I'm sorry. Like, I'm only trying to do like the main story quests and stuff that I need, but I am lazy, and I really hate the system how this game works with the quests. It means I get cooked for other things that honestly shouldn't really matter in the end. Okay, fine. I'll do your stupid quest. Okay. Let's really try to rush around it. Why does it have to be Savior? Rip. So it chose to adapt like a bad story, I guess. I completely forgot. I just need to rush through this. Oh, does that mean I end up being the male lead? If, on the other hand, if I didn't want it, if I wanted the male travel with Ether. No more eating. How did this happen? What? More reading. I don't want to read more. Not this. It's not this. It's some probably one of these. I'm lazy. Wait, how am I supposed? Where was it? Where was it? I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't. I hate where I have to memorize some of those because I just let myself completely forget them. I still have so much stuff here. What is this? Okay, not that. Not that either. No, I'm away it. Okay. Okay, thank God. It's actually all obvious. Okay, I didn't need to think about it. Oh. Oh, okay.
Stabilize.
Oh my God, it's so awkward. Like, I'm not used to Genshin playing like this. This feels so wrong.
Born of ice and frost.
Okay, I can still do this though, Lamau.
Solidify.
Finally, no.
Oh, this guy.
Quietly now.
Oh, got stuck. This is so awkward. Feels so wrong. Feels so wrong to play Genshin like this. Is that it? Oh, okay. I need to open the door here. Here. Oh, I didn't notice there was even a timer. Yeah. Honestly, don't. It's stupid. Yeah. See? Okay, are we done with this? No, we're not yet. No. Done yet? No. I really find these kinds of these things annoying. Why do these quests have to keep on getting in the way? Like, I'm just lazy to do a lot of them, and they just build up over time.
Next on the agenda.
And like, I honestly don't care enough about all the other stuff, especially these. What the hell? At least he's not voice. I can just like I'll just speed read this. Oh, let me give me a hug. Yeah, stranger danger. Hmm. God, it makes me hungry. I'll just get whatever then. Actually, kind of makes me hungry though. Not gonna lie. Hmm. I mean, it seems like just a bad writer. Oh, don't want too bad either, but these fans can't want rice balls too now. Ah. Mario started. That was not what she's. It's like just a lot of text for me to read through today. my head. It's just so tired. It's just so. But you know what? I'll power through this. I just want to be able to get through some of the other stuff. This is why it's so hard to get through some of these. You know, I need to read so much of these. And sometimes it's hard to get through all this extra text. Do be like that, I guess. Do be like that? Do be like that? I mean, is that a nope? Where's the door? Oh, there. There's the door. Hmm. Ah. Kimura. Okay, so I'm gonna have to meet him Kimura and probably I assume I'm gonna have to change the time in game. Oh no, I don't. Okay. Okay, can you do this? Yes. Okay. Let's go. God, I hate when these things. Okay, so that's one of those sort of like daily thing, I guess. Like one of those quests that get that if I have to make a progress like once a day each.
We're waiting.
Which is fine, but I get lazy doing those.
Well, here we are. But what are you looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the traveler in Paimon?
Xavier? What are you doing
Xavier, what?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away.
Well, he's a nice guy.
Like the back of my hand. Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Well,
I guess kind of explains why. I really wish he just can't stay there.
Tatarasuna starts a long time
Like,
ago.
I wish they had at least more instances of characters when they need it for quests.
Operations in the nation goes back around 1,000 years. Still,
Oh, well.
the furnace has had a couple of serious
Savvy. Okay, so that's how I read it.
Couple?
Which I'm gonna forget, like, when I try to continue this quest again, if I do.
The other was
If I do decide to do that.
A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about...
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up? Sure, go ahead. A kabuki mono. No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman, for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatarasuna is concerned.
Excuse me.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling. Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens,
This actually makes me a bit
Kana will
curious.
always be there for you.
Considering
Come
like,
on,
you just travel all the way from Sumeru to
why don't
Inazuma.
you grab something to eat?
So I'm guessing the teleport points are canon? Like as in a canon for the traveler traveling through them all the time? Because it just feels weird, like having the teleport point be an actual thing that, you know, I guess 'cause it breaks the direct story immersion, but whatever, I guess. Do we like that?
Next on the agenda.
Nope, that doesn't make it faster.
Hey, it's them.
Akaba,
Please don't make me read what you wrote. Please don't make me read what you wrote.
Indeed we are. If you have a moment,
No.
we'd love for you to join us once more.
No, oh my god.
We have time.
Pain again.
What do you want to talk to us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
No, don't make me
Unfortunately,
read.
we haven't made any real progress.
No.
Huh?
No. I'm gonna cry. Okay. Gonna have to super speed through this. Why did they do this? Why did they do this? What as well as that? I know there's differences, but my brain can't like, comprehend it. So much text. Are these the changes? Oh, these are the changes. Okay. I was very curious about. Yeah. Oh, so he actually wait. So there's differences here. Because Niwa didn't die. Oh no, wait. Was it vague before? I can't even remember. No, it's really just this. Yeah, I just need to read the yellow ones. Ignoring whatever. They just changed the stuff from the Pokimono to the mechanic. And that's all the stuff that I basically need to understand from this. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Trav.
Okay.
Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could get...
What did you find out?
It's a long story.
There's genuinely way too much
So many new
heavy
details.
stuff they're talking about.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it
Oh,
all
well.
comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Armanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no
well.
ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are...
Oh,
Okay,
so
I can
sorry.
leave these
Look at
guys.
us.
You're welcome.
Keep us in the loop if you find out any...
Will do.
Ah, I'm done with these guys. Okay, now it's just the end for this part, and I still have to do Caribert after this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the Caribert another time. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that, but I think I will try to stream it.
We're way behind schedule.
Nahida, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, how have you been?
Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
The Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name. You look troubled. Is there...
Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
Wait, so what does it make of the current story then? Then that makes the main a bit
So,
confusing.
this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
But how was he even able to do that?
As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it.
So that's how it goes now. I wonder if it's changed with the fight.
Makes sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality.
So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because... well, because he literally changed the world?
Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Chivat. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible
Excuse
when you
me?
think about it.
Paimon's having a hard time understanding this balladeer guy's motivations.
I don't know if that was audible. I think that was my stomach.
I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that.
And am I gonna be able? Is this when I'm gonna be able to name him?
Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that. And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. This story makes sense. Every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that...
Cube.
I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Oh, it's gonna be animated?
Is this a fairy tale?
I authored this record myself.
Huh?
Oh.
You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono in other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way
Oh,
that
okay,
means
that's
it
what
was
she was
left intact.
making you do,
Information in
like when she made put you in the
changes to
room
that.
first. Okay.
But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
Ah, big brain
And sending the
Nahida.
traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew she'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one she told us. The now erased life of the balladeer.
That's why she's the
There was
goat.
once a lone monster draped in fox
Oh,
fur.
okay.
The monster found a family of foxes, joined them,
Oh,
and they
that looks
became
very
friends.
cute.
The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless,
Oh, okay, so
and
that's
pure.
it's supposed to be the doctor. Okay.
The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good.
Okay, that's the one I remember. I know Scaramouche had
Never
this bit
again
of a
would
story
it cherish
with.
a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering
I
aimlessly,
don't remember all the others.
gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
Oh. I suffer from so much story. At least this wasn't just a wall of text.
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories.
Oh wait, how do you remember?
I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first
so
step.
that's where the memory
Some
came
of them
from.
wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion.
Oh wait, so what happened to those other
No memory
occasions?
of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The
Who was
Balladeer
the one
agreed
trying to
to
get
help
rid
me
of
look
you
for
then?
information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail. That Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
It sounds like Paimon
Oh,
wouldn't like
does
this
that
guy
mean
a
that-
whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like
So
the
the
way
changes
it
to
all
actual
ended that
Harbinger
much
accounts
better.
the Harbinger
This is
accounts
why
then.
wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, The light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahida's right. Cheer up.
I really like Nahida.
Get something to eat.
Definitely like top Archon of the 4 that we have so far.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take her out for a walk to clear her head?
You got it. Come on, traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be
Can we just teleport there?
It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that.
Oh no, okay. Well, I'm just gonna do the jump over here instead. Yeah. It's been a while since I've actually gone around the city. I remember partly exploring it when, you know, the update came out. When it first came out. Not fully yet. I haven't fully explored Sumeru yet. Okay. Is that right? Is this the right way? Yep. No. Okay, I have enough food. I have enough food. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We're here! What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat.
Deleting oneself.
What is it? Have you figured it all out?
I really wish this was voiced.
Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
Hmm? You mean me?
No, not you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off.
Oh, that explains this.
If you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome.
You're a nice guy now.
But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Wait, where is he?
We're way behind schedule.
Oh, no, I'm not even doing like a stalking mission. Just go on ahead. Okay. Well, then again, you know what? I'd rather do this than just having like a stealth segment again. Which we've had plenty of in this game. So I'll take it. I'll take it.
Access denied.
Oh, did it? Oh, it hit. Cool. Shit.
Next on the agenda.
You get meat.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsetias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
I need to walk all the way there. I'll just teleport. And make sure that I don't fall again.
We're way behind schedule.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm not doing any challenge. Like, any character who dies, I do a 10 roll.
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable.
Oh, he's a nice guy after all.
You should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
So where are we actually bringing him? Oh, okay. I was like thinking, are we gonna go to Inazuma again? Oh wow, I've been playing for 2 hours plus already. It's not that
Next
long
on
for
the agenda.
compared to people who actually stream, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk. You say that you are trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way
Ugenja.
call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation. Oh, like a past life or something? Yes, something far more distant than the past.
I wonder if there's like a multiverse for any of this, considering that if they change stuff that happens in time, is it just one whole timeline, or is it like multiple branching paths now that you've kind of been put onto since the Scaramouche changed stuff, and only we're the ones able to perceive it?
I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear, but I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
I don't know if I like him being this nice. I kind of like him having more snark.
Trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the god of wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well.
As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
I don't think that if I remember anything similar
Oh, good
where
point.
the character can. I feel like I've seen those kinds of stuff, like where characters just affect time and then they can return to being maybe more blank slates or just being very different.
Thank you.
But I guess this is a different approach too, because they don't actually go back in time.
No matter what lies ahead, I'll face it. Whatever it takes. I'm just sorry that you have to join me for the whole thing.
Oh wait.
It's time to get ready.
Because okay, wait. I have him. Yeah, I need to actually do yet more friendship with him though.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. There's no such thing as pure freedom. You think I've got a sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem. A puppet consumed by a raging fire will leave behind ashes. As for what will emerge from them. So, you're still stewing over our run-ins from before. Well, what are you going to do about it? I've got nothing. Ask me anything if you want. She completely neglected her own creation. And to add insult to injury, she said it was because she couldn't bring herself to intervene in my fate. The Jester is a survivor of Conria. Besides that singular fact, I know very little about him, and never had any kind of close association with him. He seems to want something from me, though. In the past, he assigned to me many important tasks, including a number of trips to the Abyss. Oh, the 9th rank guy. He's obsessed with the idea of fair exchange, to the point of wanting to overthrow the natural imbalance between gods and humans.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do this then. Oh my god. I'm doing this so long. Hopefully, like once I'm done with this, I'll be done. Then afterwards I'll have the continuation of the Archon, other part of the Archon quest.
Now you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience.
So much.
It's a good thing.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
Because sometimes I get lazy when there's so much story. That's why I don't do so much. That's why I like RPGs, but I also take a while with them.
All right.
I want to take my time with them, but also I want to take my time with them, but also take so much time.
In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichio's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to Tatarasuna.
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor, disguised as a mechanic. The Balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Ooh, treasure chest. All seem like okay. They are breakables. Man, I remember when I actually tried to get all the collectibles from those breakables.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't
Ah,
remember
it's
his
been
name.
so long.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabuki Mono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwan. Tell him we have someone new join us.
Where did I actually? Oh, it's close already. Oh well. What's this?
Huh? What are we doing back here?
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you.
Oh.
I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Okay, so just progress more here. Which way? Oh, this way. Okay. Oh, look. I didn't even notice that. You gonna fight anything? Anyone? Anyone? What? Oh.
You do
Okay.
realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I have been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will.
Oh. This is like when he meets the Fatui.
Aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
Long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Is there a chest here? Oh, there is. Huh, I knew it. I hope I didn't miss any other hidden chests, so.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the delusion factory in Inazuma.
In the original version of events, the traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Such a creepy atmosphere. And so familiar. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Hey, it's the Senora. Before she got there, she
gain from belittling your
just became nothing but
You
dust.
might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just
Rip.
can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
Yeah, and then that's when we step in, I guess.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you.
No,
Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interests. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Rip, and now she's dead, boy. Rip not having playable Senora. Oh well.
Looks like we have arrived in Sumeru. Is that—
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the Abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again?
Oh, maybe that's why he's
That was
Electro.
uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon.
Let's move on.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and
But does that include the people with animal ears, like elf ears and stuff? They're still unexplained for me.
eclipses the miracle of life. They are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with the void in my
sure
chest my
about
whole
it?
life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self. I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Ooh, animated
You have
cutscene.
made your decision. Now, take this.
Oh my god, some morbing joke here. You can put a morbing joke here.
What's he doing here?
But I'm not gonna make the morbing jokes. I'm just gonna say that we put a morbing joke and we'll pretend it's comedy
You're a
gold.
human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright?
There's a Windows sound. I don't know if actually I don't know if that might have been audible on the stream or just on my end. Okay, that's cool. I can see the Dendro element on the Traveler. I wonder if I swap elements, it'll appear in the Traveler.
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end.
Oh, that's so cool. We actually get to see him get the vision. Okay.
Die.
There we go.
This is trying my patience. You got any more stupid questions?
Insignificant pest!
This feels like it's gonna be so slow though. Like, what else am I supposed to do with this now? Keep dodging.
Squall and Fury.
Actually, how many constellations is supposed to be this? Oh, constellation 3. Okay. Man, that's definitely more than what I have.
At my command, you shall fall. Quit following me. Behold. Bow your head.
Oh, okay, that hits him. I was worried that it wouldn't.
My endless cycle begins. Upon the gale.
Ah.
Behold, insignificant pest!
Search for it.
Yeah, no, it's really not a great character to use against this for me. I don't even have any more reactions.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me, but don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Okay. Wait, was there no chest? No chest? Okay. Okay. Sag.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
I need to figure out what to change it.
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the 6th is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes. And I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Oh, does she remember? So
Why
she
would
fully
you go to
remembers now.
such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before
Nah, there's the goat.
I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it. Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well. I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
I just wanted to go to Japan, innit?
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed. Which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting. And whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well, even without a heart. You're just bearing your feelings. The past is set in stone, but you can keep moving on. And the longer your future lasts, the shorter your past will become, until one day, it is but a tiny fraction of your life.
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for me.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
So basically,
Then
what
I guess
this...
I'll be helping you from behind the scenes from now on.
I'm glad that you've accepted our
I was
proposal.
just saying, I guess like with
Why
what
don't you choose a new name to
the
celebrate?
whole event, this whole story, what this is actually about, is that it's just partly a way to explore him, and also an excuse so that he's not gonna be chased by Fatui, which would make the story a lot more
And I hope we
confusing.
don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for
No, I need to name him. I don't know what to name him.
If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Have you got anything?
You can obtain the item from the Hard Quest. Change. This change. Why don't you rename this character some interface in the game? Mm. I can change it a few times. What do I actually name the Wanderer? I'm thinking I should make it Weeby, of course. What to name him? What to name him? Like that part where you're stuck in you might be stuck in a game trying to figure out like how to customize. Excuse me. Like trying to customize your character, or just I don't know, naming your starter if you're into naming your starters. What's some other people name their wanderers? There's a fucking guide. Some people had that. That's I want to name him seriously. What to name him? I want to name him something nice. What was I thinking about? I was thinking about some. I had an idea, bit of an idea, but I forgot. See, I've been putting this off for a while. I mean, I could do a Scaramouche joke too. So I can keep changing the name, right? I can give him another name. Oh, I can change it twice. Okay. Wait, change it twice? Okay, no, that's only one more. Ah, what to name him? I wanna be thematic. You know what? I'll name him for now after his friend. I think that's thematic for his character. That should be thematic for his character, right? Okay, I'll go with this. God, I spent so much time trying to look up what other people named it.
Sure?
Am I sure? This makes me doubt myself. Ah. Yeah, I'll name him after his friend.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me.
He wants a
Take
nickname.
your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you.
Hydrated.
Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. Maybe that's how it always should have been. What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. All right. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
Finally done. 3 hours. It's so much reading. You do. You get so much
I can end my
text.
novel with some words from Mikoshi.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, all these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
All the times he actually passes by these two clowns.
We're way behind schedule.
What? I still need to return there? Fine. Why does the game want me to suffer right now? You keep doing more stuff. Okay, game. I need to recover this. A bit of stamina. Almost there, almost there, almost. And am I gonna be done yet? Am I gonna be done yet, game?
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Mood, Paimon. Mood.
Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
You sound lost and confused.
Oh, that's the voice people were talking about. I remember people were talking about a voice.
Their mind overwhelmed.
Okay, I thought it was somewhere else in the story. I just completely forgot.
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs
What's her
into
name
a tree
again?
trunk,
Nicole, I think. That was
though
her
the
name
tree
from
may
the
sway, it is not displaced.
from
The
that
same is true
Wind
of
Bloom
fate.
event. My God.
Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
The voice has disappeared.
It's the voices in my head.
And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out
I
of
can't
nowhere
believe.
and saying all that
Well,
scary stuff?
you know what? It's a good thing I guess I did just do this recently because the Wind Bloom explains the voice.
Anyway, that face is still feels wrong just leaving it there.
Your main character really should be voiced. Okay. Oh, what's this? Alright. Okay. Then I have the carrier bird left. So, I have a lot of rolls. Dope. And, with that, with all that, my brain is oh, I forgot to use the rest of my resin. Okay. I'll use up a bit more. Ah. Okay. I'll just do one more round of this.
Stabilize.
Ah, no, I missed it.
Solidify.
Quietly now.
No touching.
Okay. And then
Lord of
this.
Ice and Frost.
And then this. And the last one. And done. I'll just convert the rest of my resin. And then I am gonna need to get some sleep. Okay. Okay.
This realm is.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I'll replace you guys later on.
If you ever have.
And claimed, and oh, what's this? Is this for any of my other characters? No, it's just Bennett. Not gonna make him C6. Anyway, with all that, I guess I'm done for today, and I'll end the stream now. So, bye.